So I wanted to show you just two of the things I've been working on. Now I'm just a beginner knitter, but these are this is from a hand knitted shawl, hand spun. I spun it as well. The fiber was a merino braid, I believe, or maybe no, Corriedale, dyed by Grace of Babel's Yarn, which I got at Irish Fibre Crafters. Um, and I think there may be some more. If you contact Irish Fibre Crafters, they can let you know. I don't know if they're actually online up in the online shop yet. But so I made this one, and then let me show you one more. Yeah, so this is, again, it's just a simple triangle shawl that I knitted up, and it's out of Irish, from the Burren, Irish alpaca, natural colored, and Irish wool. This is Wensleydale, and Sandra, they're her sheep, and she dyed it up, and also she spun these two, so they're hand spun, and then I knitted them up into a triangle shawl, which I'm going to gift to somebody. I have someone in mind that I think this will be really lovely for them. And again, these are items that I got at Irish Fibre Crafters. And then this is another one I've knitted up. This is not hand spun, but it's hand dyed yarn, and I got this. This is how long I've had this. I just learned to knit. I bought this yarn last Pride month, so a year ago, because that's June, from Burrow and Soar in the UK, and they were doing a special for Pride month, so I said, oh yes, I'll knit this, and I'll knit it in with a knit along, and of course I never did. So I've done it. It's only a year late. I actually finished this in May, and the colors are just beautiful, and I just love this green. I guess it's sort of a chartreuse. It's one of my favorite colors. What am I saying? I love all the colors, but this is a particular favorite anyway. And it's merino superwash, and it's a sock yarn, so it's got some nylon in it as well, I believe. And I have one more to show you. And the latest project I'm working on, so I guess it's my work in progress, is I'm making a baby blanket because I'm going to be a great auntie. So my niece and her husband are going to have their first child, and it's a little girl. So I've started the baby blanket, and I'm using a couple different yarns here. So the pink is from a dyer in Ireland, and I picked this up. I'm not going to try to say that. Lilo Wally yarn. I picked this up last year at the West Cork Yarn Festival that we went to as Irish Fibre Crafters. And so I have two skeins of that. So one, there's going to be this stripe and that stripe there. And then the rest of, here is some of the leftover Burrow and Soar that was in that shawl I showed you. Some of that. It's going to go in the middle. And then the purples and the greens are from KISSI in England, and again she's hand dyed, so all these are hand dyed. And this is her mini skein set called Water Lilies, and it's BFL and merino, superwash merino, and they're just so beautiful. The colors are fairly close to what they are. I think they're a bit prettier in person. So I'm gonna knit that up. Really excited. And KISSI, she has a shop on excuse me, on Etsy, and that's where I found her. Actually, I found her through the BIPOC website, and there was a link, so you can find her on her actual shop is on Etsy. And yeah, so I'm really excited about this. I'm just making a simple, just knit baby blanket with no kind of fancy stitches or pattern, because I think that the colors, really are going to speak for themselves. So I'm quite excited about that.